Let me begin by asking Brinda of the CPIM. Now, Ms. Karat, the states have complete control over making changes in the curriculum, which is why there's absolutely no reason why the Kerala government should think twice before making these changes if they deem fit. But many are seeing this as a tit-for-tat decision. How do you respond to that?
I don't think any state is interested in tit-for-tat, frankly. The fact of the matter is the central government is riding roughshod on principles of federalism. Even those subjects which are brought on the concurrence list, the centre believes that it has full and absolute rights over it. Why didn't they consult the state governments before making all these sweeping changes in the name of rationalisation? So certainly the states do have a right to scrutinize those textbooks, and where the state governments feel that this is not in the interest of education, it's not in the interest of children's education, certainly they have every right to intervene.
Sure, they have a right to intervene, and which is why, like I said right at the beginning, the states have full power to do so, which is why they're doing so as far as the cabinet nod is concerned. But the NCERT has come out and made a defense where they say that this is just a rationalization process, especially after considering we're still reeling under the aftershocks of the pandemic. We're just trying to lessen the burden that is there on students. That has been the defense. Why do you dismiss that defense or that argument and say that this is nothing but an assault on federalism or saffronization of education?
What I say is, if you want to rationalize textbooks, what is the method you are going to imply? Now, the kind of changes which are being made, the deletions which are being made, seem to be focused on a very specific aspect of our history. And to remove all those portions in the name of rationalization is actually totally irrational.
Sure.
For example, why should the theory of evolution and Darwin's role in the development of the theory of evolution, why should it be removed? It's a very, very important part of a child's education.
Sure.
Why should the history of our independence movement be tampered with? Why, for example, should the background of the killer of whom we consider Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, be deleted? What is the rationality behind that?
Sure.
So it seems that an unscientific, predetermined agenda is being used as the marker to mess around with textbooks of children and the education of children. I think that is objectionable. I mean, the people who wrote the NCERT textbooks, they're not your enemies, are they? Did you ever consult them? Did you ever ask them that, look, we need to cut out quite a lot to make studies easier for the children, instead of just deleting what you want to because of your own agenda?
Sure.
So that is why we say it is objectionable.
Sure, but Ms. Karat, I also want to ask you, here on CNN News 18, we had also spoken to the NCERT chief, and to us he said that the national education policy is going to come into effect. So this perhaps is just a matter of time. It's going to be perhaps 1 year, and then there are going to be more changes that come to the fore, and all of those are being made as far as recommendations of an expert panel is concerned.
My biggest fear is that these guys don't know what they are doing. Isn't that highly irresponsible? For 1 year you are going to teach your children something, then you yourself are saying everything is going to be changed. Then why didn't you wait for next year to make those changes? It's utterly irrational. They are just working not for education, but for a predetermined education agenda. Agenda, which has nothing to do with education per se, but everything to do with educating the people of India for a sectarian agenda of those in power.
Sure.